This is Praxis here with another video. This is actually not going to be a review. This is going to be something a little bit different. I'll continue to do my knife reviews, but I thought this was pretty important. If you don't know anything about rope or need to know the essential knots, I'm about ready to do 3 knots that all are going to relate to each other in this. There's hundreds of knots out there, but there's only a handful that are actually extremely practical. So what I'm going to do here is the knot that I want to tie is actually not long enough with either one of these pieces of rope. So that's a problem there. So what I'm going to do is show you the first knot. I don't know the exact names of all these knots. That's not the important thing. The important thing is just knowing how to tie them. This might be called a sheepspin. It's where you can join 2 different pieces of ropes together with 1 knot. So the first knot we're going to tie, I think, is called a sheepspin. It's almost like a granny knot, except you do the first turn like that, like you're tying a shoe, and you go over and turn, and then you do the opposite way. So to do it again, over, and then you're going to go the opposite way, and then you tighten it like that. The most important part about tying a knot is setting it, which basically just means you're forming it all the way. You're not just tightening it, that you make sure it forms. The last step in doing this is these can come undone, so you just want to kind of do just a simple tie right here to tie it off so it can't slip. I don't think I have to demonstrate that again. All you're doing is just tying this to seal it. And then it just looks like that. So now it can't go anywhere as long as you set it correctly. There's other knots that are even stronger than this that you can look up, but I just wanted a basic knot to show you to join 2 separate knots. The next knot we're going to do is going to be one of the most important knots you can learn, which is called a bowline. And we're going to attach it to here. So what you do is you go around whatever you're tying to. A bowline is a really popular boating knot. And then you make a little loop right here. You go underneath, or you go through the hole, around the line, and then back through the hole. And you hold it right here and pull right here. And again, like I said before, you're not just going to leave it like that. You're going to set it and form it, make sure it's nice and neat. So that's what it's going to look like right there. It's going to form that. So you pretty much just push on that a little bit, tighten it. That's basically it. I'll do it one more time. To unloosen it's real easy. You just pull down right there and pull out right there. And do it one more time. You go around here. You make a loop. You go through the hole, around the main line, back through the hole, and then pull. And then you want to set it right there. After that, you can do what's called a trucker's hitch knot, which is probably the most important knot there is. I think there is. Now with a trucker hitch knot, you go around something, and then you're trying to tighten something down. So let's say I wanted something here. You could tie a knot, but the knot's only going to be so tight. So if a trucker hitch knot, you can actually make it as tight as you want. So the first thing you do is you go around it, and then you just make, I don't know what this knot is called, but you basically just make a loop here. And the way you do that is you just take this, turn it, and then pull through. And then you take your other end and you put it through, and as you can see that it creates, I call it a pulley system, but you go more and more and more, and you can apply as much pressure as you want. So I'll do that again. This is the most versatile knot there is. So you do a bowline, which is a fixed position. You go around whatever you want to go around. You create the loop right here. And then you go through to create a pulley system. And then the last part, obviously if you don't tie this, it just loosens up. So all you do is you just cinch it by grabbing here, or you really pinch here with your fingers. And then you put this through. And there it is. And then it's also really, so you use this a lot when you're tying down equipment or tying down anything. And then when you want to get rid of it or get it out, you just pull here. And then you pull through. And you get your stuff out. That's really it. I'm going to make more videos on different practical tricks and tips on things. But if you don't know knots, there's so many that out there. Those are the 3 most important ones. I mean, I know probably over 50 knots, and I use 3. So let's practice again for another video. If you have any other questions, let me know, and take care.